Welcome back to Space Engineers with Johnny J. Appleseed. We have completed the refit or modifications of the auger. There are now 25 drills on the front, and I've lost the decorative fairings on the side as they were causing a problem. The vanilla drills don't drill out a large amount of space around where they are, so it was getting kind of hung up on foxholes and rocks and stuff like that. I've added some guns, some Gatling guns to the ship in order to fend off anything that we might come across, any pirates or anything like that. I've got some ammunition in there for it, and done a little bit of painting as well. So we're good to go, and done a bit of exploring and found myself a very nice little asteroid. This particular asteroid, as you should be able to see on the screen here, has got 4 platinum deposits on it. That is Jackpot. Platinum is so hard to refine because you get so little of it once you complete it that you need huge amounts of ore. I've already mined out 2 platinum deposits when I was doing the big grind for the station, and most of that platinum has already been used up. So I'm going to see if we can get as much of this platinum as we can into our hold. And just to go through this again, we got 2 large cargo containers that are fully empty, ready to receive ore. A third one has got our reserve ice in it, and our hydrogen tank is currently at 99% capacity. So I think we're good. We've got loads of fuel and fuel reserve. So without further ado, let's get mining this platinum out. Let's have a look here. Don't want to go crashing too hard into the rock. There we go, contact is made, and let's start eating rock. Gonna wiggle a little bit just to make a little bit of space here for myself as I plunge a little bit deeper in. This is the point of this design, is just to plunge into the rock and pull back out again, reposition, plunge in again. Take a look at our inventory. So we're racking up volume, but we've got 776,000 kilograms of stone and only 75,000 kilograms of platinum ore. So what I want to do now quickly is, if we go, I've added a conveyor sorter. I used that earlier on to reduce the number of spare ice that I had in the ship. So we're gonna now target stone. Let's see here, let's whitelist the stone. Scrap metal, silicon, stone. Add that to the whitelist. Make sure we've got everything selected here. Alright, and then we're going to go to connect it to. collect all is on, and then from the menu, from the quick menu, we're going to go turn on the throw out option, and now you'll see I'm busy dumping stone into space. So let's get back to mining. Now I suspect these platinum deposits are like the other ones that I mined out. They don't go very deep. Let's just plunge into the surface there. Let's just take a look quickly. Yeah, as I suspected, the deposit doesn't go very deep. I've got about just the right depth going so far, so let's keep that up. All looks good, all my drills are still intact. Dumping the stone out there. Let's take a look on the other side. I want to come down and I want to come a little bit to the left. That should be about right. Yeah, I really got to find somewhere to put another camera up on the front there maybe. Okay, let's go in for another plunge. Contact. Give it a little wiggle as we go in. How's that old song go? You've got to wiggle it just a little bit, and probably just got copyright claimed. Oh. Okay, there we go. I think we're about hitting the depth now. We can come back out. Just clean this up here a little bit. Alright. So we can move a bit of stone that way, a bit of platinum that way. Alright, plenty of capacity still left. Now that conversion rate is something like 0.01% or something ridiculous like that. So you churn a huge amount of platinum ore just to get a small amount of refined platinum out. In that sense though, I mean it's fairly realistic. Yeah, I did look up what real world platinum yields are, just to see if the game was, you know, not being ridiculous or anything like that. And surprisingly enough, real world platinum yields from ore are also tiny amounts of platinum coming from huge amounts of ore. So, you know, it's quite realistic in that sense when you're looking at your refining. But I've got yield modules on the base, on the refiners, on the big refiners. I've got 4 yield modules on there, so I'm trying to maximize that return on the ore as much as possible. Oh, it's getting dark. gonna have to see if I can find some way of putting some lights on this thing to just make it a little bit easier to drill. I had to remove the one camera that I had in front when I took the fairing off. But yeah, let's have a look here. It's 194,000 platinum kilograms of platinum ore. That's a good amount of platinum, that. And I mean, we haven't even begun to fill one of these large containers with the actual ore itself. So I think we can probably get away with filling up one container, one large cargo container. Then we can see what else is in the vicinity. I remember seeing there's a cobalt nearby. Cobalt also takes quite a long time to refine. And we can see if we can do some nickel and some silicon. I know there's loads of silicon deposits out here. There's nickel as well, so nickel and silicon. There's still the one iron asteroid near to the base, which I haven't taken so much out of yet because I've hit iron and rock conversion to iron, and nickel and silicon as well has helped. That was all done with a small grid miner, which took so unbelievably long. I think next game of Space Engineers I'm definitely going with a large grid miner from the start. I'm just gonna bite the bullet, get the resources together. There's actually not that much iron and stuff that you need, because you don't need the rares as much with the large grid and the hydrogen thrusters. You don't need the thruster components, which is gold and platinum, and I think maybe some silver as well. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go with like a hydrogen powered large grid miner in future as soon as possible. Maybe not something as big as the Auger straight away, but definitely something with at least one large cargo container and some hydrogen thrusters and 6-7 drills maybe. I have to see what I can design for that. So have a look here. Oh, the rocks were piled up and I wasn't ejecting. See if I can get a better look. No, not really. Not exactly the most high-tech cameras for a future race of advanced space engineers now, is it? Alright, well, while that's shrouded in darkness over there, let's go and hit this platinum deposit over here. Second of 4. Really lucky to have found an asteroid with 4 platinum deposits. I think I might just go play the lotto today. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I'll go and play the lottery. I think I might hit jackpot today. Certainly have hit jackpot with this asteroid, that's for sure. Let's give that a little wiggle before we get too far in. Make a little space for ourselves. Okay, let's bring it out. Okay, let's mine the darker side first. Maybe try and line it up a little bit better. There we go. Give it a little wiggle. Make some room for ourselves. I noticed that, having 25 drills all together like this, it does seem like the drills have a tendency to walk a little bit. So they have this tendency to drift off target. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that with a build. If you have and you know how to fix that, I would love to know. Let's have a look at that inventory. Yeah, we're still doing good. Oh, we even got some platinum in that container over there. 500k platinum, almost 600k. There we go, 600k. Looking very good. And there still seems to be more down there. I think that's a much deeper deposit. I don't think I've seen a deposit that deep before. Let's go take a closer look. Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. This is exactly the kind of deposit I made this ship for. It's exactly, look how much platinum that is. Oh, I am going to be swimming in platinum when I'm done here. Let's take a look at state of the drills. Oh, we're still 100%. All good here. Ah, it's all looking good. Okay. Let's have a look, see. Okay, so that large car container is empty. Why is there stone in the cockpit? I'm like, what the heck? There's stone in the cockpit. Why? Okay, let's put that in there and that in there. Alright, so let's go. Let's take that other fringe over there. Give it a little wiggle. Just a little bit. Just the tip, and only for a minute, as another YouTuber that I watch loves to say. Some people might comment on the phallicness of this ship, but hey, if a shape works, it works. Alright, let's see. Oh, it is just munching that rock. Absolutely getting down in there. Let's bring it out a little bit. Still a little bit bumpy in places, but not quite making a wide enough hole for itself. Wow. Okay, so I'm all the way through that deposit now. Maybe I'll look at a better shape. Maybe move 2 of these drills to the side, put a 3rd one there. Give it a more, what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 octagonal? More octagonal shape. Maybe that would be better. I have to experiment with that. Okay, let's go for the side over here. Quick check of the cog capacity. Now we're all good. All good, all good, all good. Okay. Going in dry. See, you saw how the ship just walked there, off target. Maybe what I need to do is extend the middle drill bit forward a little bit so that it drills like a pilot hole, kind of keep the ship on course. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. Change that drill layout a little bit. Wow, it does fill up with stone very quickly, hey? Alright, so we're closing in on 1,000,000 kilograms of platinum there. Very close now. 147,000 kilograms to go. Man, that's a lot of platinum. That's probably more platinum than the entire world production in 10 years on Earth. I mean, South Africa is one of the largest platinum producers in the world. We mine the most, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking under correction, if I recall correctly, we mine out the most platinum ore in the world, out of a really small part of South Africa that is the site of a very large meteor strike. So that platinum is probably coming from a meteor that hit the Earth in that area. As well as a lot of the other precious metals that are mined in South Africa, the gold and uranium as well. We do produce some uranium ore as well, but not a huge amount. It's more, I think, it's more a byproduct of the gold mining that we do in South Africa. So yeah. Most of that all comes from one area of the country, Transvaal, Vredefort, the Vredefort Crater Basin in Transvaal, Gauteng area of South Africa. That's where that all comes from. Okay, let's have a look here. Alright, everything's a little bit full at the moment, so I've got to wait for this all to finish ejecting. Again, there's stone in the cockpit. Let's see. This is a huge amount. Definitely got my my 1,000,000 kilograms. Whoops, daisy. Let's back off a little bit more there. Definitely got my 1,000,000 kilograms of of platinum. Just waiting for the stone to clear a little bit. See if we can move some of the stone out of the way. This shouldn't do any significant damage to my vessel, so I'm just going to grab the stone, shift it out of the way like a bulldozer. There we go. And off it goes. Gonna have to maybe look at putting more ejector ports on this thing, so I can eject the stone faster. Yep. Nearly 1.1 million platinum. Man, what I wouldn't give to have that in real life. As I'm sure many of you who are watching wouldn't mind either, hey? 1,000,000 kilograms of platinum. It's enough to make a lot of arc reactors. Oh no. Alright, let's have a look here. How are we doing for getting rid of the stone? Looks like it's going pretty well. We are eating into that ice reserve as we fly around. So let's get this one platinum deposit done. I think that's going to be more than enough for us. Do that little wiggle. Just want to get a little bit more pronounced with the wiggle here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you drill a square hole with a square drill bit. Looks like I've got a bit of overlap on the side here. very quickly heading towards that $200 million. So 1.1 million fills up one large cargo container. Bit over a quarter of the way there. Okay. See if we can get as much of this in one go as possible. It's looking good so far. Yeah, we're through it over there. Come down, take that shelf off. Actually, just go straight down. Straight through, push through that shelf. Then we're done there. Okay, that's most of that done. I can grab the edge there, but let's take a look where we stand. Okay. Oh. You guys all know what that sound is. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back to the base and offload it and let that platinum start refining, because that's going to take forever to refine. And then I'm going to go and see if I can find maybe some gold or some silver. Yes, it's bin day again. And we'll mine that out. So, see you guys next time.